Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 5 in this Best of 5 series. Yes, we are all tied up at 2 games apiece, as we now see Elegant spawning as the Red Night Elf here at the 11 o'clock position. Meanwhile, down over here at the 3 o'clock position, we have Th000. Now, so far, Th000 has been continually using the same strategy over and over. And that strategy has been a very aggressive tower attempt, and he has taken the first 2 games. However, it feels like Elegant has found a way to really deal with that tower attempt and now has a good, strong way to combat it. So I am curious as to whether or not Th000 is going to try this a 3rd time. Doing the same exact strategy 3 times after, or 5 times after your opponent seems to have figured it out, doesn't seem like the safe call. However, he was also looking to see if his opponent was perhaps at close spawning locations. If his opponent was at close spawning locations, I am assuming that he would be going for the tower attempt immediately. And now with a lumber mill being constructed, we know that that is definitely the case. Now, one of the concerns about trying to tower is how much lumber you have harvested at the early portion of the game. You can see gold is fully saturated, 5 peasants in that gold mine. You can see that the lumber mill is about, 2/3 or 3/4 of the way done, and we are still sitting at a relatively low amount of lumber. It does take 70 lumber in order to upgrade to a guard tower, and that's not even considering if you're trying to speed build it. If you're trying to speed build it, it does add a little bit more to it, and you really need a speed build in order to make sure that the guard towers are up and operational in a timely manner. We are looking down over here, the lumber mill. We currently have 79 lumber there, so perhaps 1 to 2 guard or scout towers could be constructed, and then followed by a very quick guard tower upgrade. As we're looking at the archer trying to clear things up, Demon Hunter should get a good amount of experience picking up a Cloak of Shadows. Not necessarily the best item, that will most likely be sold. Meanwhile, we are going to go ahead and head off over here. The Demon Hunter could try and engage against these Ogre Warriors. Not quite sure why it isn't, as the Ancient of War is a bit out of position. Damage is being dealt. The Wisp is actually pathing back those Ogre Warriors, and that's actually an interesting sight there. You can see that that Ogre Warrior is just not engaging at all, and Elegant really using that to his advantage, knowing that, hey, if I can take out or attack creeps without taking damage, that will give me more mana in my Moonwells later for when a guard or a tower rush does happen. Militia now making their way over. Archmage looking to do this the old-fashioned way, gonna get to level 3 or level 2 first at the very least to try and get Brilliance Aura before he continues that push inside the Night Elf base. Ogre Warrior now taken out. Another Ogre Warrior will signify level 3 or level 2 on that Archmage with that Brilliance Aura. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter is already coming in with a couple of archers, and we are now teching the Tree of Ages. This is a bit of a surprise as well, to actually trying to tech this early, knowing that your opponent may try to tower rush you. Alright, Footman and Archer, or Archmage is right there. Demon Hunter is there as well. We could see a little bit of an engagement. There is the Rune of the Watcher, as the Demon Hunter picks up a Boot of Speed as his main item off of that shop there. Very nicely done. You can see that there is an Ogre Warrior still trying to give chase. Not going to do very much, though, as they are all backing off. The Archmage now using this downtime while they are commuting back to go ahead and engage after this Troll Trapper. However, the Demon Hunter does know all about this, since he does have this one Watcher ward here. Alright, the Archer's going after the units. Archmage now trying to back off there, as the Archmage is sitting now at level 2. Demon Hunter is sitting at level 2. Damage is still being added up, as the Demon Hunter still unable to catch up to that Archmage, and perhaps we may see an engagement against these 2 level 3 creep camps. Demon Hunter trying to deal more damage to the rest of these footmen here. The archers are right there, and they are going to try it. Nope, are they going to engage against those footmen? Yes, they are going to engage against those footmen. That footman very low on hit points, now trying to run back, already down to 36 hit points. One more slice, maybe 2 will do it. No, it looks like 1 more slice now. There it goes, as the archers are now running back home. Footmen and archers. Oh, the Archmage does not have Dust of Appearance. The footmen are going to try and come over and engage that, and there you go. There is that archer trying to run away. This archer is still low on hit points, may try to get back as well, but the demon or the Archmage already has Dust of Appearance now and should have a good idea of where that unit is. All right, so the Demon Hunter trying to put himself in harm's way to take down a footman or 3. There are only 2 footmen left, so I guess a footman or 2, as the archer now getting in some free shots. All right, there goes another footman, and Elegant is actually looking very strong right now in all of these engagements. So far, things have been falling in Elegant's ways. Elegant is now already almost up to level 3 on his Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, that Archmage is still sitting at level 2, but we now are transitioning already into Rifleman. And we all know how effective Riflemen are as well in this matchup. All right, Rifleman, Naga Sea Witch, and Archmage versus a Demon Hunter and a Naga Sea Witch. Both sides doing a little bit of damage. Oh, the Wisp actually doing some great pathing here. However, now the Demon Hunter unable to really catch back up to that unit there. You can see that the Riflemen are making their way over. Damage is dealt to that Archmage as the Archmage and the Naga Sea Witch head back home. Scroll of Regeneration, Clarity Potion here as the Naga Sea Witch now sitting at level 1. Without any experience, has some thinking to do. The Naga Sea Witch of Elegant is looking pretty strong. We are trekking to Tree of Eternity, getting up that Ancient of Lore. A second Ancient of Lore may be placed down here in just a moment, as we're looking at all of these units now making their way towards the center map. Archmage, Naga Sea Witch, level 2, level 1. Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch, level 2, level 1. Footmen against archers. Normally, the archers would end up losing that fight because of defend, but we are instead now going into Riflemen and looking at more and more Riflemen being trained. If they have the long-range rifles, the archers are going to have a very difficult time trying to deal the necessary damage. Also, with no easy way for normal damage besides bears as a Night Elf player, it is going to be a little bit of a window issue before bears are joining out on the field. Only 2 Ancient of Lore is now on the field, and with that second Ancient of Lore, perhaps one will be able to train up the bears while the other does the upgrades. Archmage, Naga Sea Witch now looking to push through here. You can see a scout tower. A second scout tower or a third one may actually be placed down as well. No, there is not any more ivory towers as the Demon Hunter is looking to engage right here. This is a rather interesting position here as the Naga Sea Witch and the Demon Hunter actually losing a lot of hit points so far, but still somehow in this fight. All right, I guess the high armor value is making it rather a low priority target since it is able to heal back up pretty easily. That Demon Hunter already down to 185 hit points, still going after a Naga Sea Witch, and without any focus fire onto that Demon Hunter, I am still surprised. Are we going to perhaps get a mana burn? A mana burn would do it. I'm not quite sure why he isn't mana burning at all. The Naga Sea Witch is slightly faster. Oh, there it goes. I don't believe the Demon Hunter got any experience there. Meanwhile, the Spellbreakers have now joined in on the fight as this Naga Sea Witch is low on hit points. All right, Staff of Preservation not coming in to try and teleport this Demon Hunter home. A mana burn would have been a little bit better as it would have taken down that the Naga Sea Witch earlier without all of that unnecessary chasing. All right, very low hit point. Archer now taken out. You can see one arcane tower about to be upgraded, halfway done, as we are now looking at perhaps the Demon Hunter getting a couple of units in transit once again. Naga Sea Witch about halfway to level 2, but very low on hit points. Archmage is there as well, and you're going to see a bit of token damage onto that Naga Sea Witch as the Naga Sea Witch tries to head back home. We can also see a couple of Druid of the Claws. I believe Rejuvenation should be coming in momentarily. Are we going to see it? Yes, there is that Rejuvenation. There is a mana burn as the Naga Sea Witch needs to stay alive long enough to really start picking off some of these units. Demon Hunter does have anti-magic shell, making it so that he doesn't lose any mana from the arcane feedback as the Naga Sea Witch now rejoins in on the fight. Both sides with their Naga Sea Witch. Bears being added as well. Demon Hunter sitting at 3. Naga Sea Witch still sitting at level 1 as the Demon Hunter now tries to engage. A mana burn not doing very much damage. Naga Sea Witch pretty much low on mana as well as the Demon Hunter could try and finish off some of these guard towers before they are done. So far, we are still continuing a bit of the push. The Demon Hunter is still chasing their way through. Could easily perhaps get another Rifleman here. And it looks like that Rifleman is going to be easy pickings. There it goes. And now a Spellbreaker could be easy pickings as well if his opponent is not careful. The Demon Hunter down to 170 hit points. Still looking extremely strong and looking to try and continue this pressure. One more hit from pretty much any spell would kill it, as the Demon Hunter now backs off. We are sitting at 1 base versus 1 base. One, I believe, or three towers. One of them, Arcane, is already in position as the Demon Hunter now looking to go after all of these units here. All right, it looks as though that feedback damage is starting to take a little bit of a toll on the Demon Hunter. However, the Demon Hunter is going to town after all of these peasants. One peasant down. A second peasant could get taken down. A third peasant could not, or is probably very, very close behind. There it goes as the Demon Hunter, now almost halfway to level 4, could easily take down these two fleeing peasants, and in fact do that. All right, one peasant is left. It looks like it's going to get taken down very easily as the Dryads, the Bears, the Naga Sea Witch, and the Archers need to figure out how to fend off the Riflemen and Spellbreakers. Level 3, level 1. Demon Hunter still wandering off to the north here. Are we going to see perhaps a bit of heavy creeping to try and get the all-important necessary items from these gargantuan sea turtles? Potion of Greater Healing, Potion of Invulnerability, both very, very strong, as the Dryads have just shown up in time to poke down a priest. That priest, rather low on hit points, is going to get taken out. There it goes. And now are we perhaps even going to see Abolish Magic onto some of these units as the Spellbreaker takes a little bit too much damage from a Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now looking to back off here. Are we going to perhaps see that? All of those bears are ready to engage. The Dryad now backing off here. And there you go, an Abolish Magic onto a Water Elemental from those Dryads to get just a little bit more damage. Rifleman now backing off. And it looks like Elegant may be able to pull off the complete reverse all kill after being down 0-2 to come back 3-0 and take out his opponent. Really, really problematic when you use the same strategy over and over again and you know that your opponent is just getting better and better against that strategy. All right, the Demon Hunter, Scroll of Town Portal at 19 hit points. Rather dangerous, but still somehow able to teleport back even after taking down a Rifleman there. And there is the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 5. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 5. Elegant able to come back and take the victory 3-2.